Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia. It is time for us to do our Mopar Monday, and it's a little bit of a repeat because I think I've already unboxed the 164 for you guys, probably over a month ago though, and I finally landed the 124th probably 2 weeks ago. I found it at Walmart and was really surprised that I found it. I actually found two of them, and I'm referring to the Rossi Challenger, Pro Stock 70 Challenger, and I was really hoping to find a signed one, but no such luck. That's why both of them were there. Probably the scalpers that had already been there and got what they wanted and left. But yeah, they left both Challengers, so I ended up getting one for myself and one for a friend. And then it actually is. It's not much better than the 164th, but it has a lot of details that I was like referring to on the 164th when we unboxed it that were not there. Once again, here's the 164th. All right. So these are very nice. And I guess they have an autographed one of this car too. And the chase version of this car also has gold and stuff. That one has already been released, but they're re-releasing it a second time with autographs on it I had seen. But I don't know where those will be falling, if they're just going to be like hobby shop exclusives or Walmart exclusives. I'm not sure. But the 124s are popping up at Walmart that are autographed. But I have seen a couple 164s pop up that are autographed, but not sure if somebody got those done by Paul Rossi somewhere else or if they're knockoffs, fakes, or something like that. Not sure. All I seen was that M2 had that signing session where Paul signed 200 of the 124. So it's kind of like a 124 super chase, but it's really cool because it has some heritage behind it and it doesn't have all gold trim or it's not raw, which I don't know. In some ways, I feel those are tacky. It's better. It's autographed by the actual driver and the car's still the same. The nice white paint with the yellow and orange stripes and chrome trim and such, the way the car was back in the day. I don't have anything against chase stuff. As you guys know, I built my channel on chase stuff. That was the fundamentals of my channel when I first started. But now, if I do find them, I just sell them. Unless it's something spectacular that I really, really love, like a super treasure hunt. They are usually pretty cool, some of them. So I do have a couple of super treasure hunt gassers, and I have that new Hata Merc. I found it at Dollar General when those purple Silverados popped up, and I kept it. So there are a few super treasure hunts in my collection, but most of the gold trimmed or green will stuff I've gotten rid of. But anyways, back to this car here. As you can see, it's very nice looking. Resembles the Pro Stock car from back in the early 70s. That's Pro Stock look. Back then, they used to set up a little higher. The stance wasn't as low as this one, but I do like the stance better. I think they look really good sitting down, and it's better for aerodynamics and everything. I think back then they were still worrying more about weight transfer, but it just didn't work with stuff just jacked up in the back end with that rake. It worked okay with the alter wheelbase stuff and gassers, the way the weight was shifted with the front end up, the back end down type of thing. But yeah, nowadays the car would be running down the strip looking like this. And I really do like that look and such. As you can see, it has a side exit exhaust because they're stating it's a 70 Challenger TA, but I don't know. I thought Paul's car was a 446 pack. I may be wrong about that. I don't know. But anyways, they're stating it's a Challenger TA. You can see the hood scoop is correct and such. It has a go wing on it. Very cool car. This one I'm just going to leave in the box. Now, the one thing that I was telling you guys when I first unboxed it, I was a little bit sad because direct connection was not on the quarter panel. And that is like one of the big names in Mopar heritage. Like that I don't know, that all the racers, even if you're not a Mopar guy, know. And same thing with like the Ram Chargers. They're engineers that were like an experimental team that were building gassers and stuff starting back in the 50s, I think. And that's just one of the names that the roots of Mopar racing started with Ram Chargers, and then you had Direct Connection. Then the name Mopar popped up from the motor parts area of the dealerships. People just gave it that slang name Mopar, and it stuck. So yeah, there's a lot of names, and Direct Connection is one of them. That is one of the biggest words or titles you'll find in the Mopar history. So, anyways, yeah, this was the only thing that I had criticized on the car. The Direct Connection wasn't there, and the co-sponsor decals were not on the car, which I really don't mind that. I'm not a big fan of those co-sponsor decals, but if you want to make money, even if you don't win, you still can rely on those co-sponsor badges because they will pay you. It's like a sponsorship on their car. Now, this is the 124th. As you can see, they have a lot more detail on this guy, but they could have done it with the 120 or 164th. I've seen it done by other companies, and I've even seen it done before with M2. They've put some small decals on some of their square body trucks and stuff with the racing livery and things. So, yeah, they could have done it. I don't know why they didn't do it. But as you can see, the Direct Connection there on the quarter panel, that's awesome. Once again, 1970 Dodge Challenger TA drag car. And I may be wrong because this car was before my time. I don't really remember it running. I just remember reading about it. I thought it was a 446 pack, but maybe my mind isn't serving me right. Maybe it was a 346 pack, which that was the TA Challenger. But anyways, you can see all of the co-sponsors. There's another name that they give the small stickers on the car besides co-sponsors, but that's just what I call them because the main sponsor is what your car is, all in big letters in big areas of the car. That's like the spotlight. That's your main sponsor, which would have been Mopar Direct Connection for this car here. So this is a very sweet casting from M2, and we'll go ahead and we'll take it out and take a look at it up close and personal and see the details on it. The only thing I did open it before, and I took the tape off of the door because of the fact that I did not want to take a chance of it having some kind of adverse reaction on the paint. And I may even actually take off this piece of plastic here because it is touching the hood and I guess it's not touching the fender. As you can see there, it kind of bypasses the fender. It's just kind of under the hood a little bit and on top of it. I just worry about the plastic having some kind of adverse effects to the paint, as we know with like the Hot Wheels rubber band thing. But this was just flat piece of tape. It wasn't even adhesive tape, except where it stuck to itself. But the part that was wrapped around the doors and going through the interior is just regular plastic. So as you can see, the car doesn't have a cage in it, which the original one does. So this is running more of a stock interior, but I think that's all M2 has to work with. But still, really, really nice piece. Nicely detailed. Has a wood grain wheel and such in it. It's original bucket seats. And I think the race car has like fiberglass bucket seats and at least a 6-point, if not 8-point cage in it. But yeah, still very nicely done. And this one kind of sets up a little more like the original one did in the front. The back end, though, was a little bit higher on the real 1-to-1 race car, where you could see the whole sidewall of the slick. But yeah, this is a little bit closer than the 164th. Now, I don't remember another detail on Paul's car. I don't remember if it had the ducktail wing or the go wing on it. The 164th is running the go wing on it, as you can see. But this is just running the regular uh, ducktail style wing, which I think was standard on a TA. I think I could be wrong about that. But yeah, anyways, that's it. And then in the trunk of this thing, you would have seen a fuel cell. This is just all stock, and the trunk lid is held up with a little piece of PVC plastic that's kind of curved to hold that hinge up, which is kind of cool. And I don't see it hurting the paint whatsoever. And then you can see this side is all nicely detailed with all of the sponsor and the direct connection. The gas cap is there. Another nice touch to this 1/24th are side mirrors and another opening door. So it's fully opening parts. And yeah, I should have done that on the other side. We'll flip it back around and do that. Now, looking under the hood, let me see. I guess it is a small block. The distributor, I believe, is in the back. But yeah, well, it even says... No, it says 446 pack under the hood. So I'm right. It was a 440 car. So I guess these plastic... No, the distributor's there. I'm sorry. I didn't see it at first. But, anyways, yeah, this is a 446 pack car. So it's not a TA Challenger. Or it may have been originally a TA Challenger, but they yanked the 340 small block and dropped in the 440 big block. Oh, yeah, what I was going to show you on this side. If it... See, the steering wheel does move the tires. It does have steerable front wheels. And it's not steering so well because the other one is kind of locked in place by the plastic. But I just wanted to show you guys that it does function. Well, let me see here. I'll open this door again, and then we will... Well, maybe I popped it off the linkage now. No, it still works. I just wasn't getting it to... Oh, yeah, I guess it does move a little. It's just really, really hard to see. It moved, but it barely moves the steering wheel. But it does have functional steering, opening doors, opening hood, and opening deck lid, which is very nice. And it is in a window box, which makes it nice. You can store it in its box, or display it in its box, I should say. So, very cool piece. As I said, the 1/24th, I usually do not collect 1/24 stuff, but when I seen this one and I seen it had all of the livery, unlike this car, I had to get it, even though it's not my skill to collect. As you guys know, I'm mainly 1/64th. I even sold my Pro Street Danbury Mint 58 Plymouth because, I don't know, it just didn't suit my collection anymore, and I ended up keeping my 1/18th Christine, and I ended up picking up a Motor Max wide body Challenger a few months ago, the red one, and kept it in my collection. And then I found this Challenger and kept it. So I guess occasionally I will throw a 1/24th or a 1/18th in the collection, but I'm very limited on room. That's why I don't do it. So anyways, though, the main reason why I bought the 1/24th over to 1/64th is because of the livery. So that's it for our Mopar Monday, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that answered some questions about the different appearance of the cars and stuff. And if the car was really a TA Challenger, I believe it wasn't. Was it a 446 pack car? I think it was, but I don't know if it came that way from the factory or not. So anyways, we'll be back again on Wednesday for our Wagon Wednesday. We have a couple of green light Buick wagons to crack open for you guys, so be sure to tune in for that. And hope you enjoy the first part of your week. And please remember to give us a thumbs up because it helps us move up in the algorithm search engine on YouTube. More people will watch us, more people will subscribe, and it will help us grow to maybe the point where one day we can start doing some giveaways and things like that. So make sure you give us that thumbs up and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you guys on Wednesday.